All right, what's up, my friends? So we're live. It is 8:21 p.m. It's kind of dark outside. My son's inside playing basketball. Just dropped him off. I'm about to go in, but I wanted to share a video with you real quick before I go in. And the question is, are you hiding your Neo? So what's Neo? I'm talking about Neo from The Matrix, of course, Thomas Anderson. I have not watched this movie in an incredibly long time. But this weekend, my wife took half the kids to almost half, a little over half the kids. We've got a lot of kids. She took the kids down to the beach house for a couple days, and she took the middle three. I took the oldest, or I kept the youngest, and the oldest stayed with me. Had some work things, and my youngest had some things that she was involved with. So my wife went down to the beach house for a couple days. She took the teens and the 9-year-old, and I had the oldest and youngest. I did some boxing stuff with my oldest and hung out with my daughter. We had fun. We went to a little daddy-daughter date night. We got pizza, all this kind of stuff. And she usually crashes early. So Friday night, I found myself kind of alone because my oldest son was gone. My daughter crashed. And I'm like, I'm going to watch a movie to myself, which is a rare thing in the Phillips household. And so I turned on The Matrix. And I've not watched that movie in a long time. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. But it got me thinking about things, and me as a man who, I've been Thomas Anderson, right? We're just average dude, desk job, like boring, mundane life. And there's this thing inside of us that is calling us, right? And I see this, like, I see this with myself, and I see this with so many men. And we're hiding our real selves, right? So we've got caught up in the Matrix, right? We've got caught up in the mundane life. Like, you've got to fall in line, like be like your dad, or be what society tells you to do, and you need to get this desk job, and you need to whatever it is, follow the status quo, follow, being mundane, like really settling for mediocrity. A lot of instances is what most men have done, and they're hiding their superpower. They're hiding their real self. And it doesn't mean like you've got to be like some superpower like Neo. It just means like you need to pursue the calling in your heart and be who you need to be. But most men are not doing that. They're not doing that. I heard, this doesn't quite tie into this, but a little bit. And so this is what I heard. That in America, males that are 5'10" or above, they're aged 35 to 45 and make over $100,000 a year take home. Male, over 5'10", age 35 to 45, making take home over $100,000 a year is less than 1%. Less than 1%. So, I got it. There's nothing you can do about your height or your age. But just think about all the men in that category, and only 1% are making more than $100,000. Money's not everything. But pursuing the calling in your heart is. And in today's day and age, with the internet and the information age, if you're pursuing your true calling, then you are likely adding massive value into the world, into the marketplace, and you're going to be compensated accordingly for the value that you've added. You should be able to add a lot more than $100,000 of value. So if you're watching this, my assumption is that statistically there's a really good chance that you're acting as your Thomas Anderson, that you're acting as your status quo self, and you're hiding your true self, and you're just like, you got to look in the mirror, because the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking on all of us. We you only get one life to build a legacy. You only got one life to live. And if you're stuck at some job and some mediocrity, you got to stop it. Like, you got to come to a point and make a decision. And I want you to play the movie out. If you ever heard this before, play the movie out. The movie that you're in right now, like I just watched The Matrix, and I saw how that movie played out. And the movie played out with Thomas acting in faith, even whenever the Oracle, or whatever her name was tells the dude, you're not the one. Because everyone's telling him, like, dude, Neo's the one. She's like, you're not the one. And he just, like, he stepped into it in faith and was like, look, I'm just going to act as if. I'm going to act as if. I'm going to follow what I'm hearing in here. Let the chips fall where they may. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you just need to act as if. Like, pursue that thing that's calling you. It's ringing out to you. It's talking to you up here. It's speaking to you here. Maybe it's, going full time, doing your own business, or being, being a full-time entrepreneur, or doing some real estate deals, or whatever it may be. Writing, speaking, teaching. Like, pursue that calling in your heart, because it's hiding. Like, you're hiding it, and that's your gift to give to the world. It's your Neo. Step into it. You don't have to take ginormous steps, but maybe just taking some small steps to uncover who is in there. Just like uncover it. Like, stop hiding it. Start sharing. This is your superpower, your gift. That's it. That's all I got today. Like, stop hiding. Start stepping into who you feel like you are supposed to be in this world.